What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you guys my review for Boruto episode 256. This seems like we're in like that cool down period now where we get a lot of these one-off episodes because the big Funato clan arc just ended up, and I think that lasted a total of 23 episodes, so it was a decently long arc. So now we're in that period where we get some cool down episodes. A lot of people consider these more filler rather than anime canon. I mean, I guess it really just depends at this point, I guess, how you perceive it. But I wasn't looking forward to this one to begin with because it seemed like, based off the summary when I covered it, that this was going to be one of those ChoCho fillers. But after watching it, I can say that it's definitely better than one of those one-off focused on ChoCho episodes that we've gotten in the past. And I'll say it's mainly because it was more of a team episode rather than just ChoCho. And I'm still not saying that it was good or anything like that, but let's talk about what happened, and I'll give you my full thoughts on it as we go. But this episode kicked off with Sarada, ChoCho, Inojin, and Boruto at Thunderburger, just a nice little chill scene, and pretty much they're just telling Boruto and Sarada that Shikadai's on his own mission and that they feel like they don't want to hold him back, and as Genin, they can't go on missions without their captain, so they're kind of just stuck doing nothing in the meantime. Later, what happens is that Shikadai finds his teammates on the street and pretty much tells them that he has a mission for them. And I want to point out, this is probably my highlight of the episode, but a new opening came in, and I just want to say I really did like the new opening. The visuals were really good, and I did make a full breakdown video on that as well, if you guys are interested. And then we cut back over to the episode, and the mission they're given pretty much is to capture a criminal, or some criminals, and they end up thinking, Inojin and ChoCho end up thinking that he is at 1010's shop. They see him there, and they end up actually capturing him as he runs with relative ease. And when they go through his belongings, they find that he has food items. So in reality, this guy was a former rogue ninja who had no talents for both ninjutsu or taijutsu, and right now he's just a guy living in the Leaf Village with his own ramen shop. So I do like the little basis of this episode being centered around ramen, because how big it played a role in the previous series, especially with Naruto and all. And nowadays we see a lot of the burger stuff, so it's not too often we get to see I guess ramen related things. I mean, it's not like a huge plus, but it's just a cool little thing. So pretty much the guy, he which I believe his name is Mr. Jingo, they were calling him. So his shop is I think relatively new, and it doesn't get too many customers. So he's working on trying to create a new ramen that could impress a critic that'll be coming by tomorrow, so that he can get himself some more customers. So then we have like this little backstory of him that lasted maybe like a minute, where he pretty much talks about how he was inspired to open a ramen shop thanks to Ichiraku, because when he first came to the village, the old man that used to run Ichiraku fed him multiple times, and he really appreciated that, and he really liked what he was fed. So I can see how that inspired him, and that's probably my favorite part of the episode, I would say, because it's like, a little wholesome thing right there. So cool guy, and I mean, I doubt we're gonna see him again, but cool little thing, Who knows, maybe they'll actually use him again for like another talking scene or something in the future. Maybe there'll be a scene where Boruto is not feeling Thunderburger in like a few weeks, or not a few weeks, maybe like a few months down the road, and after like an arc, and they're not feeling Thunderburger, maybe they'll go to this new ramen shop instead or something. But pretty much Inojin and ChoCho decide to help him out to perfect his ramen, And then a little bit of ingredient gathering occurs with them, and then when they end up making the ramen, it comes out good, but both Inojin and ChoCho think that something is missing. So, as that's happening, we get more towards nighttime, and what happens is that Jingo ends up getting attacked and kidnapped because of a little incident that occurred more towards the beginning of the episode when this mission was first assigned. And this connects to Shikadai's mission because he's after some people that stole some scientific ninja tool data. And what they had a little, I guess, an ingredient dispenser or ingredient can where they go and stored the memory data that they ended up stealing. So what happened is that Jingo and him ended up mixing items. So as Jingo and one of the guys ended up mixing items, Jingo ended up with the memory card, whereas the rogue ninjas, they ended up with some ingredients that would have been used in the ramen. So what ends up happening is that after they kidnapped him, they're just interrogating him, thinking that he stole the data and he's playing dumb, and he doesn't even have the ingredient jar with him anymore because ChoCho decided to carry it around with her. So after they realize what's going on, ChoCho all meet up together. So they pretty much end up being in a joint mission, and they rescue him. And their missions just conveniently overlapped, so that happened as well. And to wrap up the episode, the ramen shop ended up with a solution for its issue, which was using different flavors of different chips to mix up the taste of the ramen. So to make it, I guess, a little bit more diverse so people aren't having just one type of taste. Seems very, new gen-ish anyway, because in previous Boruto episodes when they've shown food, it has been shown that they do this sometimes with something like ramen or like the burgers. They just bring in new types of items. It just seems to be something they do more so now. And to pretty much wrap up the episode, the shop ends up having a line the next day as everyone is now trying to get into it, including Boruto and Sarada and some of the others. And the old man's nice enough to actually name the ramen, or at least one of them, Inoshikacho ramen. So I did like that as well. All in all, though, there were a lot of parts in this episode that still felt, tough to get through. But I do want to give him props for trying to write an episode that, would still draw in some people. So there were aspects I liked, but I was going in with some expectations like really low, thinking maybe that this would be like a 2 out of 10 episode or something like that. Just based off what I read on the summary, I thought I wasn't going to like it at all. But there were some nice aspects of it. It's still not a good episode. I still wouldn't even say it's an okay episode because this is a completely unnecessary episode in general. But for what it is, I'll probably give it something like a 4, maybe a 5 out of 10, probably a 4 out of 10. But there's some little wholesome moments in this episode if you are interested in checking that out. But in general, ChoCho still has her moments in this one where she's somewhat annoying, but it's nowhere near as bad as her previous filler episodes. And it was cool still seeing like Inojin and Shikadai involved in this episode as well. And the ramen guy himself isn't so bad either. So all in all, that's my thoughts on this one. Let me know what you think though in the comments below. Are you a fan of this one? Are you not? Are you going to watch it? If you're just watching my review before checking out this episode, let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be it for this one. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.